Hi friends and welcome. Today we are here to watch Angel. It is season 2 episode 5 called Dear Boy. I don't know, I think of like boys and Angel and I think of like the creepy little demon kid. 114, I've got you under my skin. I hope we're not going down that route. I hope we're not going down like full horror because we all know I don't deal with that super well. But just the title Dear Boy, I'm not sure if it's meant to be creepy, but I'm not gonna lie, it kind of freaks me out a little. I want to know who the dear boy is, but at the same time I don't. I want to be able to see Miss Lila Layla. I feel like I should have googled her name before starting this video because I keep confusing if it's Lila or Layla. I think it's Lila, right? Yeah. Little Miss Lila, definitely creeping things up in the previous episode, so I'm curious to see how we're going to develop that with Wolfram and Hart. So yeah, I'm curious. I really hope that Angel finally realizes that Darla is like alive and right in front of him. Like, I am so ready for that. So we should head into the episode. Thank you so much to everybody who is watching, and let's do it.
Ah, you must be all worn out from sleeping for the last 3 days.
It's like living with the world's oldest teenager. He can't be having a growth spurt at 248, could he?
247.
Get a vision.
Well, it's not like you can hit me in the head and wham, it happens.
What if we test that theory with one of my big old books?
Children, stop bickering. Something will turn up. Something always does.
Guys?
Oh shit.
Like that?
Was that like Little Red Riding Hood? What is this? Oh, I love that like Angel didn't have the strength to go and grab a cup of coffee, but the second that Cordy starts falling, he jumped off that frickin' couch. So I just wanted to say, yes, they care about each other so much and I kind of love to see it.
Thought it was funny.
So did I.
Oh my god! Wait, how is this Angel? Is he going insane? Because she can't be there, because they would be seeing her.
And I miss you.
Well, what did the place look like?
Yeah. Didn't doze off.
Oh,
Here I am.
oh,
Where were we?
okay.
Trying to ascertain the location in Cordelia's vision.
Well, at least they're killing each other and not...
Oh, fuck no.
us.
Angel, it's over!
Literally, what the fuck? This is not good. This is not good. Okay, is he gonna see her? Because it, like, he has to find out Darla's alive. Like, we are finding out this episode. I've never been more certain. Oh my god. He's gonna think it's like a dream or something. I don't like seeing the side of Angel. Like, Gunn was clearly asking for his help. He has like anger issues right now. Like, I'm honestly concerned about how this is happening. Like, I understand that he hasn't been like sleeping well because he's too busy with frickin' Darla. And also I want to understand how the Darla's thing is working because I assumed that she was using the little like powder thingy to make Angel like fall asleep so that she was actually there. He just thought he was asleep. But right now, he dozed off and he was seeing her and... Oh wow, that's loud. So has Darla like not been there like at all? Have they not? Because she has been, because she's hidden. So I'm confused as to how these dreams exactly are working. I feel like because we are seeing the like consequences of Angel like not falling asleep, like the consequences of Darla being in his dreams and stuff, you know, with the violence and with the him nodding off, him not being on his game, like I feel like they're taking it to the extreme of everything that's happening. So I feel like this means that this has to be the episode that we find out about Darla, you know, actually being alive, that he finds out because we know. So I'm excited to see how he's going to react to that and how they're going to go from that. Because I feel like he's been having so many like sex dreams about her that it's like, how is he going to look her in the face? Like, how is this going to work? I have no idea, but I'm very excited to find out. So, okay, let's continue.
I thought we were meeting in the square.
I ran into Lord Nichols. Horrid little man. He was propositioning a streetwalker and dickering over the price. Can you imagine? I told him I'd do him for nothing.
Oh, you're very charitable.
This is. is just, it's kind of, it's, you know.
They all taste the same to me. 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 They all taste the
My boy does have the touch.
Oh, she called him my boy. Is he the boy?
Oh, I just liked her.
Wait,
Guess what's next?
was that Drusilla, or am I going insane?
The one in the middle is something delicate and unique. Did you find me a saint?
Better than that. She has the sight.
Oh, could this be the girl from the previous? Oh my god!
She is pure innocence. Yet she sees what's coming. She knows what
Oh
I'm
my
gonna do to her.
god!
I'll really have to come up to snuff for this one.
Now you're learning. Down, boy. Let the plum ripen.
Oh my god. It's Drusilla! Now if they bring back Faith this episode, then I'm just quitting reacting, because this is like peak everything.
I saw her here in town last
Okay.
night.
Oh no, not again. Look, I like Buffy
Oh.
as much as the next.
Not Buffy. Darla.
Don't even talk about Buffy, ma'am.
Darla the vampire? Your sire?
I've been dreaming about her like crazy, and the dreams have been so... I thought I was losing my mind, but, you know, she's here, she's alive.
Oh
What
my
you're saying
god.
is impossible. You staked her to dust 3.5 years ago.
I know that. I also know it was her.
Vampires don't come back from the dead.
I did, and I saw her. I'm not crazy.
Where?
Right between the clowns and the big talking hot dog. Walking on the promenade.
That's wonderful. Unhinging a man with all his strengths and weaknesses takes a lot of work.
Jesus, if that was
I
the
created a
plan.
lot of those strengths and weaknesses. I think I have a pretty good handle on them.
We don't want him dead. We want him dark. And there's no better way to a man's darkness than to awaken his nastier urges, is there?
But this is not good. Why would that be helpful to them?
You don't feel anything.
Not in my hand.
Oh my god, she's...
What brings you to Siberia?
Hello, Kate?
You've been sick.
I'm so happy she's here.
Easy to say when you don't need solid food to survive.
Oh my god.
her.
It's not.
Oh, sorry.
Guess you didn't take that whole dust to dust thing to heart, did you?
I don't know what you're talking about. Now just leave me alone.
I don't know what
Oh,
kind of
it
game
is?
you're trying to play, but you're not gonna win.
Angel, I really don't think this...
Is everything all right?
No, this man, he was trying to... My name is Deirdre Kramer. My husband is outside right now getting our car. I don't know anybody named Darla.
I know
Oh
it's you. And I know you're not going out in that sun anytime soon.
The woman walked into direct sunlight. Obviously, she's not a vampire. Obviously, Angel made a mistake.
You think?
We're just going to have to put our heads together and help him come to grips with this thing. You're among friends. We're not going to condemn you.
Right. You're crazy. You need professional help.
It was Darla. She's back. And she's human now. But, you know, I know her scent.
Oh, she's human?
You can't just sniff a person and...
You had sex last night with a bleached blonde.
Good Lord, how'd you...
It's unbelievable. I didn't think you ever had sex.
She's not in the book.
Who, darling?
You're going to do whatever it takes.
Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody wank to fun tonight. Everybody wank chung tonight.
And if I sound like that, shoot me. She joked.
It's not for you. It's a tranquilizer.
You mean if Angel really does go off his rocker like he's done before? Think
Oh
that'll
my
do it?
god.
I'd better call Gunn.
They're that concerned about him because that's making me concerned. Like, I wonder if Angel is seeing a blonde girl and projecting Darla onto her, or if it's actually Darla.
Last year, I did this puppet theater of the absurd, and believe me, it was... Haha!
If you don't shut up, I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
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 Is it bad that I kind of want to see it?
He turns evil?
Well, there are forces that can make Angel revert to Angelus, the vampire he was before he got a soul.
And as evil, blood-sucked vampires go, how would you rate Angelus?
Historically, as bad as they come.
Why are we talking about this? Why? Why are we talking about this? This is not going to happen. I do not appreciate this conversation.
Lying in the woodshed.
Night in the woods.
What does that
Night
mean?
in the woods.
So did we kill her during or after?
Neither. We turn her into one of us. Killing is so merciful in the end, isn't it?
Oh my lord. This is disturbing. Oh shit, he's walking right into the trap.
No, don't hurt me. What did you do? Why did you? He was my husband.
We should have our own series.
What the fuck?
What did you do?
Oh, is Kate's gonna show up? This is not looking good. This... No.
Take it back, Madonna, move around.
I don't understand. They shot him.
Oh, fuck! Not
How
this!
did it get away?
No.
Adrenaline. They chased him for 16 blocks.
There's something wrong with his face. And he was biting.
It is not crazy. And I want you to know I will find him and he will pay for what he did.
Oh, Kate, please tell me you're not believing this. I have so much trust in you.
Many tapes on the incident with Mrs. Kramer there today. I want you to make sure that this coroner treads lightly. I want the scene preserved.
Okay, well that works.
Basement, attic, every room. He's extremely dangerous. Bullets won't necessarily do the trick. Everybody's on channel 2. You see him, you call me.
I don't suppose you have a warrant to go along with this little search.
Seeing as how he just murdered Stephen Kramer and kidnapped his wife, I think I've got probable cause.
He wouldn't. Angel could never do a
He's
thing
not
like
the type of person.
In fact, he's not a person at all, is he?
Kate!
It's been a long time since I said this to anyone. But you can scream all you want.
Angel, I just... Is he gonna make her back into a
I'm not
vampire?
gonna scream.
What is happening right now? What's happening?
There's my boy.
What the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck?
But I'm still me. I remember everything, Angel. Everything we did. Everything we can do.
Yeah. What the bitch is. You have a soul now.
Oh.
Pretty soon, those memories are gonna start eating away at you.
Oh?
No matter how hard you try, you won't be able to escape the truth of what you were. Believe me, I know.
You can escape. You can escape it all. All you have to do is let me give you one little moment of happiness.
Don't even.
You blew the top off my head. But you never made me happy.
Ow.
That cheerleader did. We were together 150 years. We shared everything. You're saying never.
You couldn't understand.
I understand, all right. Before you got neutered, you weren't just any vampire. You were a legend. Nobody could keep up with you, not even me. You don't learn that kind of darkness. It's innate. It was in you before we ever met. And you said you can smell me. Well, I can smell you too. And my boy is still in there, and he wants out.
What the fuck? What is this look? What is this? What is this? I don't like this.
While you're fighting your big battles of good and evil, the innocent are the ones that get caught in the crossfire. Those are the ones that I care about. Like that man tonight, or like the real owners of that house if what you say is true.
Nasty things, Angel. Things like... Stop.
Don't do this.
No. You stop. See? No matter how good a boy you are, God doesn't want you. But I still do. What? No goodbye kiss?
With Darla back, in league with Wolfram and Hart, there are a lot of forces arrayed against you. There's going to be trouble.
There's gonna be a lot of trouble. And I say bring it on.
Okay, Angel Sir, maybe I'm not ready to bring this on though, because this episode, man, it really stressed me out. Like, I had no idea where this was going, if they were going to lean into Angelus, if they were going to lean into, like, the romance, like, and actually have Angel and Darla, like, actually go back to dating or something. Like, I feel overwhelmed as hell, but this was an amazing, amazing episode. It's sort of, I feel, the episode that we have been leading up to all season. From the moment where Darla came back, we sort of knew that there was going to have to be an episode kind of like this, and I have to say that I think it lived up to, like, the hype of what I was expecting. This entire, like, sort of, I want to say chemistry slash history in between Angel and Darla is so damn interesting and, like, scary, because, you know, they kept talking about Angelus so much this episode, and to find out that this is sort of Wolfram and Hart's plan makes it very scary. I feel like we have gone down the Angelus route, obviously, in Buffy a while ago, and we had already hinted towards it, you know, in Eternity in the last season, and then we sort of hinted towards it in Enemies. So I feel like we have been talking about Angel sort of going bad, but we haven't, like, fully embraced it since the whole season 2 storyline in Buffy. So this was interesting slash scary, because while a part of me doesn't think that they're going to make Angel go back into Angelus, just because I feel like we have seen that before, so I don't know what they could bring that would make it feel, like, new. This episode really makes it seem like they're going to go down that storyline, and it freaks me out, obviously, because every time I think about Angelus, I think about Jenny, I get scared. Like, it brings up so much history that it makes me, like, really afraid. I just feel like the looks that he was giving Darla, that's what scared me the most. Sort of the certainty that Darla had about this darkness being inside of him. And it sort of reminds me a little bit of sort of the Buffy talk that we've been having in regards to, like, there being something kind of dark in the spirit of the first Slayer. You know what I mean? It's like this darkness that they sort of both have but would never embrace. Except for when Angel accidentally became Angelus, but, like, it's not gonna happen again. Like, I also thought it was so interesting that they were talking about Buffy. Like, it makes me so sad whenever we talk about Buffy, but, you know, this sort of moment where it's such a meaningful sort of realization that, like, the amount of years that Darla and Angel spent together was not nearly as meaningful as, like, the, I don't know how many months or years Buffy and Angel were together. Every time I think about the fact that Buffy brings Angel, like, true happiness, true genuine happiness that he has never experienced in his life, it makes me want to cry a little. But I'm not going to go into a Angel breakdown right now because, like, I don't want to go there. It's fine. Now I can only think of Buffy. It's okay. I didn't think that they were going to be going down the let's bring Angelus back route, but now I definitely have my doubts. And I also, like, I'm curious as to why Wolfram and Hart sort of thinks this is good, because I was waiting to see what were their plans, you know, by bringing Darla back. And the beginning of the episode made it seem like it was all about, like, emotional sort of manipulation of making Angel seem crazy. And I was like, that's actually a good plan. You know, make him seem absolutely insane, like, really gaslight him, because I feel like that could drive somebody insane so easily. And I feel like Angel would definitely sort of lose some power if he was insane, even though that makes me think of Drusilla. Like, my mind is all over the place right now. Makes me think of Drusilla, because Drusilla is insane, but she's, like, I feel like it almost makes her more powerful. So, you know, the insanity route with Angel would be so interesting, because I have to say that I was doubting Angel in the beginning of the episode, and I kind of really like the way that they did this with Darla, like the fact that we knew that she was back, but we weren't sure exactly what was happening. At least me, I definitely had my doubts. Just like how in the beginning of season 1, Angel would, like, see every blonde girl and think that it was Buffy. I kind of thought that maybe he was projecting Darla onto other people and that they were actually just blonde girls, that he was like going kind of insane, like that Wolfram and Hart plan was working. But I like the fact that it was actually her and she was manipulating him. And I was wondering how far she was going to take this. This entire episode was just pure gaslighting. And I was just thinking, like, it could be really interesting if Darla kept, you know, sort of like insisting on the fact that she was not Darla. So it was just really interesting to see that Darla and Angel dynamic, you know, to finally understand sort of what's happening, to finally have Darla like actually be in the story. You know, I've been waiting for this for so fucking damn long, and it's just a really nice moment to finally get to see them be together again. And the things that she brings out inside of him are so interesting. And even though it scares me, it's definitely a side of Angel that I'm curious to sort of explore. And I feel like it really adds on to like the dark Angel tone. I'm like genuinely curious to figure out how all of this is going to play out for the rest of the season. I want to talk about Wolfram and Hart's plan for a second. Because why do the bad guys sometimes have to be so damn stupid? Because I feel like they never acknowledge how much things can like get out of their control if they lean into like really bad things. Like Dark Angel, like bringing back Angelus, how could that benefit Wolfram and Hart? I feel like he would want to kill every single one of those people because he would have no remorse over that. So Wolfram and Hart does not seem like the smartest people right now, but I'm definitely curious to see how they're going to further this, because Angel did let Darla go, which was also a surprise, and it really reminded me of the Faith and Buffy dynamic and the fact that Buffy always lets Faith walk away. To me, every time that Buffy lets Faith walk away, it seemed like a little bit of hope, like Buffy's still having hope that Faith would choose to do the right thing. And I feel like in a similar way, this could be a representation of Angel sort of believing that Darla, because he strongly believes that like her soul is going to catch up. So maybe it has to do with that. It has to do with the fact that he knows that eventually she's going to have to like come to terms with everything that she did. So this could be really interesting in regards to a redemption story for Darla, because I did think she was a vampire. So it also is a surprise that she's a human again. This does make things very sort of more interesting because it makes her feel so much more vulnerable, and it does give her a chance to sort of have a soul. So I wonder what this could mean for Darla, and if Angel is right about her having to come to terms with that, or if like she's been dark for so damn long that maybe like there is no way of going back, even though there was for Angel. So I feel like it could, yeah, like I don't know, but I'm excited to figure out. You know, this is like this episode, it brings up so much that you know is going to be talked about for the rest of the season, and it makes it very interesting because you sort of just want to know where these things are going to go, like how they're going to pay off. And Darla's storyline is definitely one I'm curious for. And it's also interesting to see how she brings out like sort of an unhinged side of him, because Angel was like weird and scary this episode, not just by his looks, but the fact that he was punching the guy without stopping, the fact that he would like sort of kidnap Darla, just there was a lot of sketchy stuff with Angel, and I think that that definitely adds up to like the Angelus momentum that they're building up. So I'm really worried that this can be a setup for Angelus coming back, but I am hoping that this just has to do with the fact that we were talking about Darla. So maybe, you know, it just had that sort of connection of, because we were seeing the flashbacks and stuff, you know, like, so maybe it's not building up to Angelus coming back, but I'm concerned regardless. I'm always concerned about that. It's always in the back of my head, just like it is for Cordy and Wes. And now Gunn. It was interesting. Gunn definitely felt like a part of things in a different way this episode, especially because it seemed like he had bonded with Angel, and sort of only Angel, you know, because he definitely had his problems with Wes. They were like fighting a lot, and you know, the episode with Cordelia, they definitely had their disagreements. So I feel like Angel was sort of the bestie who brought him on to Angel Investigations, and so it was interesting to have to see him sort of go against Angel and, on the contrary, be on Wes and Cordy's side, you know, because it made me feel like he's more of a part of the group. He's not just like an outside contractor that Angel wants to hire and the other two don't really care about. It made him feel more into the story, the fact that, you know, he was ready to sort of do whatever it takes to kill Angel, which is also what Wes had said, you know, in Eternity, I think so, you know, where it's like they were saying about how they were actually ready to kill Angel if it comes to it. I want to talk about Drew for a second, just because from the moment From the moments where like he got set up in the house, where Angel gets set up in the house for the murder and stuff, I was like, oh my god, could he be going to jail and then we get to see Faith? I mean, I don't know how this would work out because I know that like they separate the genders and stuff, but I was like, if they give me Faith in this episode, I might combust because I'm always talking about how I want Darla back, I want Drusilla back, and I want Faith back. And if they had given me all of them in this episode, I think I could have potentially died. So I'm glad that they didn't go like all out, but it was so great to see Drusilla, and it does make me sort of wonder if she could potentially be coming back, because I don't know if she's just on the flashbacks, but I do know that like before Darla came back, they were showing us her in flashbacks sort of a lot. And, you know, I feel like Drusilla could be such a good character for us to see come back. I would so love to see her and Spike sort of meet again and just sort of have a conversation, because he's so like sort of still not over her. And she's just such a great character that I wonder if this could be a setup for her coming back. But even if it's not, it's just so great to see her. And I feel like this flashback definitely leads me to think that we're going to be seeing her more in flashbacks, which I'm also fine with. Like, if she does want to come to the present day, that's fine. I will take my Drusilla flashbacks because she's just kind of insane, and it's kind of awesome though. So it was just so great to see these sort of old characters, and it just brings back such a vibe, you know, like talking about Bangel and then seeing Drusilla and Darla. It just puts me right back in like season 2 of Buffy, and I kind of like those like vibes. I want to talk about Kate. This yeah, we got to talk about Kate, because for a second I was really concerned. It had been like 5 episodes and she hadn't showed up, and for a second I was like, oh, she may be gone. I was definitely starting to doubt myself. So I'm so glad that we see Kate again, because as you guys know, I love her. She is kind of a great character. And I have to say that even though I was not agreeing with her in a lot of parts of this episode, because I feel like she knows Angel better than this, at the same time, I feel like all of her concerns are so valid that I can't really blame her for it. You know, I was waiting for us to see the repercussions of what was going to happen after her father's death, because I knew that that was going to shake her up a lot. And I feel like we hadn't really explored that, but I feel like this episode to me definitely did that, because we get to see that like irrationally she's sort of dealing with it in her own way. Like, she's projecting things into Angel, which is a very valid sort of response. Doesn't mean it's good, and I'm definitely sort of concerned for them. I don't exactly see a storyline of them getting together romantically anymore. I feel like the tension that happened in between them, it's not that it's faded, but I feel like if they were to do it, they would have already done it. So I'm definitely curious to see how Kate is going to potentially fit into this season. She just seems like she's really going into her work, and like, you know, she's grieving in her own way, which is interesting, and it's what I've been waiting for us to see. But I hope it doesn't detach her from Angel and things that she knows are true about him, because I feel like these doubts that she was having about him make me so sad. But it's just, it was just so interesting to see her though, because it's like she was a little bit of the bad guy because she was trying to like, you know, arrest Angel or whatever. But at the same time, it's like I completely understood where she was coming from in regards to the casualties and stuff, because it kind of is true. Like, if you think about it, there are so many casualties that happen around Angel, and even though you can't exactly blame him for it, I do understand where she's coming from. And this is what I like about Kate. I can totally understand her points of view, even though they're not exactly right. I can understand where her thought process is coming from. And that makes me like sort of empathize with her a little bit more than if she was just, you know, like the Wolfram and Hearts people who just have it out for Angel for like no reason. So I really enjoy Kate as a character, and I'm so glad we saw her, because this makes me wonder if we're going to be seeing her again, because now she knows where they're located, and like, I don't know, it's just, it felt good to see her. And I'm curious to see how her storyline has the potential to change over the season, if she's going to eventually sort of come back to our team and potentially join Angel Investigations, or if she's going to go the complete other route like she threatened in the season 1 finale of just being enemies with Angel. Another character that I think we should talk about a little is Lorne, because it was really interesting to see him. They're definitely starting to bring him into the story, but very sort of lightly. I think they're introducing him in a similar way than Gunn, which I really appreciate, because I feel like it is good to sort of introduce these characters slowly so that we can actually feel the same way that these characters do and like bonding with them slowly. Because you don't like, usually you're not going to just suddenly become best friends. It does happen sometimes, but I feel like it's good to see like the gradual beginning of the relationship and how they're going to end up becoming like really good friends and stuff like that. So it was great to see Lauren, and I thought it was very interesting that he seemed to be like protecting Angel, I want to say, by not giving him like the truth and the informations about Darla that he wanted. Because I feel like Lauren probably did know things and he definitely could help Angel, but I thought it was interesting that he chose to omit that information. And I feel like it just shows that he's already caring about Angel and not wanting him to go down this route, but which also scares me because Angel did seem to find a way to go down this route. So I am worried that like this could be like, you know, like that Lauren was having his sort of premonitions about like, oh, this Darla thing is bad and it could bring Angelus back, so I'm not going to send him there. But he found a way to get there anyways. So I think we should go back, sing to Lauren, see how he's feeling right now, see how things have changed, because the Darla storyline is definitely scaring me. There was so much happening this episode, I was very overwhelmed, but I think it was definitely one of the strongest ones we've seen in the season so far. Like I said, so many setups, so many things that I want to see. I'm so glad that like the Darla thing, the cat is out of the bag, we know that it's her, and I'm excited to see what she's going to be up to now and where her storyline is going to go, because she is such a cool villain and I love her. Okay, the title of the next episode is Geese Will Be Geese. Geese, like that's the animal, right? Let me Google that. Like, is that how you write it? Okay. Geese is an external form, appearance, or manner of presentation, typically concealing the true nature of something. This does not make me... This is not good. Typically concealing the true nature of something. Like Angel hiding Angelus. Okay, well, I'm not sleeping until I watch this damn episode, because this is worrisome. I was thinking we could maybe go down the Angelus route, and this title definitely scares me. Like, it's almost like it's saying Angelus will always be Angelus, so I'm not concerned. This is going to be a very chill and fun episode, I'm sure. So I look forward to watching it, I think. I'm honestly not sure at this point. But I thank you all so much for watching this with me, and I guess I'll see you in the next episode. I'm concerned, but it's gonna be fine. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye.